Good morning, thanks for joining me and welcome to my Take a Hike vlog number 6 I think for March 2021. And firstly I'd like to say welcome to all new and existing subscribers. I've had quite a jump in numbers in the last month or two, which has been great. Thanks very much to each and every one of you. And I just thought I'd mention what this Take a Hike vlog is about, as a lot of you won't have seen one before. Pure and simply it's just to take a few minutes every month to just have a general chat about what's going on, and yeah, so that my other videos can stick to the subject of what they're supposed to be about, really. So welcome along. There's a pair of mandarin ducks over there, a male and a female. Ooh, and a kingfisher just flying through. Just when you don't bring a decent camera with you. Never seen mandarins down here. I think you get them up in Woodbank Park on the Goyt. So, might as well start with the subject of cameras then. And anybody who watched the last Take a Hike vlog or any of my lockdown challenge videos will have seen that I've been having loads and loads of issues with my GoPro Hero 9, but the latest news is I think I've cracked it finally, and it's something incredibly basic and simple to solve, so long as you're having the same problem as I am. So you'll know I had a lot of theories about whether it was the cold weather, faulty SD card, you name it, tried all sorts of stuff, and proved it wasn't the SD card, because I'm back on the original SD card now and it's fine. And what, fingers crossed, it seems to have turned out to be is that I've had a lot of cameras over the years. I do like photography, and doing a lot of outdoors filming and photography. One of the first things I do is switch all the annoying bleeps off, because they're quite intrusive, and on the GoPro it bleeps when you start a film, bleeps when you stop a film, bleeps when you put it on standby, bleeps when you take it off standby. It's yeah, quite annoying really, and quite loud. So one of the first things I do is switch it off. And this was you know, shortly after when I was just starting to get familiar with the camera. So, you know, I didn't have problems right from day one, but then I started to notice problems creeping in, particularly when I was doing running videos. And what I now think was happening is that when you listen to what those bleeps are doing, there's quite a big gap between you stopping filming and the camera saying bleep bleep, there you go, I'm ready for my next command. And I think what may have been happening is that I'm either switching the camera off or starting a new clip before the camera's ready to do the business. So yeah, once the bleeps were switched back on, I've not had a problem since. And as you can imagine, when you're running, first thing you want to do is stop filming, switch the camera off, put it back in your pocket, carry on running. So hence why it was affecting running videos even more. And you might say, well, with decent software, a camera shouldn't really be able to carry on trying to do something else before it's finished doing what it was originally tasked with. And I'd go along with you on that, but so long as I know what it is and I can make it work, then I'm happy, because everything else about the camera I think is great. But anyway, any more updates on that I'll keep you informed. But for now, fingers crossed, it looks like I've found a fix. The Big event this last month was Dennis the camper van was in for his big once a year, the MOT, habitation check, all of that stuff, and there was some work needed that I knew about. It had some transmission noise, so yeah, he's had a new flywheel and a new clutch and all the other stuff. All the rest of the MOT was all fine, so yeah, raring to go once we get out of lockdown. And we've had our COVID jab, first one now, myself and Maria, and that was the other adventure. That it meant Dennis had to go in a multi-storey car park with a height barrier, which was fun, but he made it in and out without a scrape or a scratch. Certainly those multi-storey car parks aren't any fun to manoeuvre in, even for a short wheelbase Volkswagen. So for those of you watching outside of the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland all have slightly different lockdown restrictions in place, and they'll also be removing them at a slightly different pace, but we're all on a roadmap to try and ease restrictions. So by the end of March we should be able to well, the stay-at-home order is lifted, so we should be able to get out a little bit further and walk in some nicer places. And then from I think the 12th of April campsites are opening, so we should be able to get out and camp, whether that's on a site or wild camping. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm trying not to get too giddy about the dates, because I think there's a lot that can happen. There's a bit of a spike from kids going back to school, and at the same time there's signs of a third wave coming across Europe, which could affect us also, despite being in a pretty good position with the vaccine rollout. So we'll just have to play it cool and see how things develop. I've booked a couple of campsites for bank holidays, just for long weekends away, not too far, and with the Camping and Caravan Club, and they were really flexible last year with moving dates and all of that sort of thing, so I thought that was safe to do. Other than that, I just think it's going to be a bit like Bedlam once things are lifted. There'll be people who are out in the countryside who, if the truth be known, would probably prefer to be somewhere else instead, and how shall I put this politely, might not be the ones to treat the countryside with the respect that you or I might, and that just helps to make it a stressful and unenjoyable experience for the rest of us. As I've said on one of these vlogs previously, one of the positives about this lockdown has been just the urge to get out and find local walks, and I've managed to piece together some really good ones. And in the past month you may have seen some quite long ones of about 15-16 miles, and I have to say I've really enjoyed them. Yeah, it's been good. So there have been some positives. Well, I'm just at the end of the park now, so I don't really want to film walking along the road, so I'll wrap this up. So thanks for joining me. fingers crossed we'll be able to film this vlog in more interesting surroundings next month, and double fingers crossed might be able to get out for some camping. But as I say, I'm playing it cool. I'm not getting too giddy. But let us know what your plans are. Thanks for joining me. All the best, and see you again soon. Cheers now.